Think DC Universe only revolves around Superman's punches and Batman's master plans? You couldn't be more wrong. The truth is, so many of DC's darkest crises, moments where the Justice League was literally on the brink of total destruction, were saved purely by women. Women whose power rivals the gods themselves, or whose intellect can outsmart Batman's own systems. But here's the real question. Out of all these badass heroes, who actually earns the title of the greatest female hero in DC? Today on Comic Station, we're ranking the 10 absolute best, coolest, and most popular female heroes in the DC Universe. From sidekicks who stepped out of their mentors' shadows, to goddesses who literally shake the earth beneath their feet. Right now, before we drop number 10, let me know in the comments. Who do you think takes the #1 spot on this list? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get right into the video. Barbara Gordon. Coming in at number 10, we have the girl who proved you don't need superhuman powers or muscles of steel to be a hero. Barbara Gordon, daughter of Commissioner Gordon, started her journey as Batgirl. She was smart, agile, and an incredible martial artist, fighting side by side with Batman in the dark streets of Gotham. But what truly immortalized Barbara in DC history was the iconic tragedy of the Killing Joke, where the Joker shot her, leaving her paralyzed. A lot of people thought that was the end of Barbara's story, but she refused to give up. Sitting in a wheelchair, she reinvented herself as Oracle and became the ultimate brain and command center for the entire DC hero lineup. She managed hacking systems, intelligence, and team communications, essentially acting as the mastermind behind countless operations. Barbara is the absolute symbol of unbreakable willpower in comics. 9. Starfire. Number 9 goes to the fierce warrior princess of planet Tamaran, Coriander, better known as Starfire. She's one of the most core, powerful, and beloved members of the Teen Titans. She absorbs ultraviolet energy into her body, shoots insanely deadly starbolts, flies at light speed, and packs the raw firepower of an entire army right in her hands. But the real charm of Starfire lies in her paradox. While she has an incredibly kind, pure, emotional, and gentle heart, the moment she steps onto the battlefield, she transforms into a ruthless, fearless war machine that no enemy in the galaxy dares to cross. 8. Mara. Taking the number 8 spot is the fierce, powerful, and ruthless queen of the Seven Seas, Queen Mara. Most casual fans only know her as Aquaman's wife or the Queen of Atlantis, but the truth in the comics is that her combat skills and sheer brutality in battle leave even Aquaman and the rest of the Justice League terrified. Mara's main power stems from an insanely deadly ability called hydrokinesis, the power to control and manipulate water molecules. She doesn't just move water around. Mara can summon massive tsunamis, shape water into razor-sharp blades or rock-solid shields, and in her most brutal moments, she can literally extract every drop of fluid right out of her enemies' bodies, dehydrating and destroying them in seconds. Coming from the royal family of Zabel, she was trained to be an assassin and a warrior from childhood. She stepped up to rule Atlantis multiple times in Aquaman's absence, held off massive invasions, and proven she's a true ruler, a diplomat, and an unstoppable war machine on the front lines. 7. Hawkgirl. Number 7 goes to one of the most passionate, violent, and legendary warriors in the entire DC universe, Hawkgirl. Whether it's Shiera Hall from the militaristic planet Thanagar or Kendra Saunders, Hawkgirl is a character whose story is deeply tied to an ancient curse, endless reincarnations, and ancient Egyptian history. For centuries, every time she and her partner die, they are reborn in a new life to fight side by side all over again. The main source of Hawkgirl's power is the mysterious and rare Nth metal. This metal grants her high-speed flight, rapid healing, super strength, and total immunity to magical spells. But what truly turns Hawkgirl into a villain's worst nightmare is her signature weapon, her heavy, spiked Nth metal mace. This mace can disrupt magic, shatter energy force fields, and bring the galaxy's most powerful beings to their knees with devastating blows. Hawkgirl isn't one for talking or negotiating. She hits first with her mace and asks questions later. That fearless attitude, paired with her iconic presence in comic books and the Justice League animated series, has made her a beloved legend. 6. Raven. Landing at number 6 is the darkest, deepest, and most complex female hero in the entire DC universe, Raven. Raven is the daughter of the absolute interdimensional demon lord, Trigon. She spent her entire life locked in an agonizing internal battle, fighting to keep her father's rage and dark magic from consuming her mind and burning the world to ashes. Raven's powers are magical, dimensional, and deeply rooted in the mind and soul. She's an insanely powerful empath who can feel and absorb others' pain, heal wounds, or even manipulate her enemies' emotions. Her soul can physically leave her body in the form of a shadowy raven, known as her soul self. With it, she can telekinetically throw massive objects, teleport across dimensions, and bring the most formidable sorcerers in DC to their knees. Raven is the heart, soul, and literal backbone of the Teen Titans, a girl who, despite having demonic blood running through her veins, chooses every single day to be a hero and sacrifice for her friends. 5. Supergirl. Coming in at number 5 is one of the most powerhouse and deeply traumatized characters in DC, Kara Zor-El, better known as Supergirl. A lot of casual viewers assume Kara is just a female version of Superman, but comic book reality couldn't be more different. Unlike her cousin Kal-El, who was just an infant when Krypton was destroyed, Kara was already a teenager. She witnessed the annihilation of her family, her culture, and everything she loved with her own eyes, landing on Earth carrying immense grief, rage, and trauma. In terms of raw strength, Kara's bottled-up rage actually makes her far more unpredictable, relentless, and dangerous than Superman himself in many storylines. She possesses every single power of a Kryptonian under a yellow sun: light-speed flight, heat vision hot enough to melt steel, infinite physical strength, and super sensory abilities. Supergirl has proven time and again that she doesn't live in Superman's shadow. She's an independent, fierce hero, and one of Earth's very first lines of defense against cosmic threats. 4. Cassandra Cain. Taking the number 4 spot is the deadliest, fastest, and most dangerous martial artist in the entire Bat family, Cassandra Cain. Cassandra is the daughter of two of the world's most ruthless assassins, David Cain and Lady Shiva. Raised in an utterly brutal way from early childhood, her father never taught her how to speak or write. Instead, he forced her to learn body language as her native tongue. This insane training gave Cassandra the ability to read the subtle movements of her opponent's muscles, eyes, and facial expressions, letting her predict their strikes before they even throw them and counter them mid-air. She's such a formidable fighter that even Batman himself admitted that beating her in hand-to-hand combat is virtually impossible. But the true beauty of Cassandra's character is right here. Despite having such a dark past and being bred to be a killing machine, she chose Batman's path. She swore never to take a life and earned the mantle of Batgirl. Cassandra is the absolute symbol of pure skill, iron will, and loyalty to heroic ideals, all without having a single superpower. 3. Zatanna Zatara. Number 3 belongs to the undisputed queen of magic and the powerhouse sorceress on the front lines of DC, Zatanna Zatara. Zatanna is the daughter of the legendary magician Giovanni Zatara. She started her career as a stage magician, performing in front of thousands. But unlike regular illusionists who rely on sleight of hand and smoke and mirrors, Zatanna's magic is 100% real, ancient, and deeply powerful. Her spellcasting method in the comics is super iconic. She speaks words and sentences backwards. This seemingly simple trick lets her bend reality itself, freeze time, open dimensional portals, and turn the darkest demons and monsters into ashes. Zatanna is a core member and the operational leader of Justice League Dark. She's pulled off feats that made even the strongest members of the Justice League, like Superman, who's famously vulnerable to magic, bow down to her sheer force. She is the ultimate mix of stage charisma, sharp intellect, and raw, devastating magic. 2. Black Canary, Dinah Lance. Taking home the silver medal at number 2 is one of the most seasoned, badass, and respected heroes in all of DC history, Dinah Lance, aka Black Canary. Most viewers know her best for her canary cry, a devastating sonic scream that can shatter concrete, melt steel, and blow out the eardrums of any villain in her path. But comic book fans know that even without that scream, Black Canary is a total nightmare for anyone stupid enough to fight her. Dinah Lance is easily one of the top 3 martial artists in comic book history. She's such a master of hand-to-hand combat that heavy hitters like Batman, Batgirl, and key members of the Justice League have trained under her to sharpen their skills. She's the former leader of the Birds of Prey, a high-ranking member of the Justice League, and a born leader. Plus, her iconic relationship with Green Arrow forms one of DC's most legendary power couples. Black Canary is the definition of a hero who never hides behind superpowers. She drops supervillains using pure grit and her own 2 fists. 1. Wonder Woman Diana Prince. And finally, sitting undisputed at number 1 is the most iconic, legendary, and powerhouse female hero in comic book history, Princess Diana of Themyscira, Wonder Woman. Diana isn't just your average superhero. She is a goddess of war, a true symbol of justice, peace, and equality. Molded from clay by the gods of Olympus and gifted with divine abilities, she possesses strength that rivals Superman, martial arts skills that surpass Batman, and unmatched bravery. Armed with her immortal arsenal, the lasso of truth, unbreakable gauntlets, and her god-killing sword, she has brought the galaxy's most terrifying gods, demons, and villains to their knees. Wonder Woman forms the core third of DC's Trinity alongside Batman and Superman. She proved that a woman can be compassionate, diplomatic, and kind, while simultaneously being the most fierce, lethal frontline warrior the Justice League has ever seen. By a landslide, number 1 belongs to the Amazonian princess. Well guys, there you have it, the top 10 badass female heroes in the DC universe. From Mera shaking the earth by controlling the oceans, to Wonder Woman leading as the ultimate role model for female heroes everywhere.
Now, I want to hear from you. Do you agree with this ranking? Who's your personal number 1 female hero in DC? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and the breakdown, smash that like button, share it with your fellow comic book fans, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Until next time, stay awesome and peace out.